Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we are taking a look at Locke Key. Now this is not going to be an in-depth look because there's a lot of stuff in Locke and Key that I don't want to spoil. We've also got a TV adaptation coming out anytime now, and again I don't want to ruin the whole thing for anyone that's going to watch the TV series. So I'm going to tell you what the setup is, I'm going to tell you about the keys and what some of them do, and I'll give you an idea of what the story is about. Now, Locke and Key was a comic book series published by IDW and is available as 6 volumes. It was written by Joe Hill and the art was by Gabriel Rodriguez. Now, writer Joe Hill you may know from other things. He's written several novels, one of which, Nosferatu, has also been adapted into a TV series which stars, I think is it Zachary Quinto, who you may know for playing Spock in the recent Star Trek films. You may also know Joe Hill as being the son of famous horror writer Stephen King. However, what about Locke and Key? Well, Locke and Key concerns the Locke family. This is mother and father Rendell and Nina, and their children Tyler, Kinsey and Bode. Now, without giving anything away, let's say the Lockes suffer a family tragedy, and as a result of which they decide to move house, back to the house where Rendell Locke grew up in the town where he went to school. Now this is Key House. Key House is a pretty cool but creepy looking house. It's the sort of house you expect the Addams family to live in more than just a normal family. Now, being as they're in a new house, there's a certain amount of exploring going on. Now, during this exploring, the children discover a whole load of keys. These are keys which not only unlock doors or other things, some of the keys change your appearance. Some of the keys let you do things that you normally cannot do. Some of the keys let you control things, and some of the keys, for want of a better word, give you powers of one sort or another. For example, amongst all the keys, there's a key that lets you travel around from one place to another. There's a key called the gender key, which changes you from male to female or female to male. There's a key which changes you into an animal of one sort or another. There's a key that makes you super strong. Now, there's a key called the ghost key. Now, if you use the ghost key to unlock a particular door and then walk through that door, you essentially turn into an astral projection of yourself. You turn into a ghost or a spirit version of yourself, and you can fly around and look at everything and listen to everyone, but no one can see or hear you. Now, one of the weirdest keys is probably the head key. Now, if you put this key near the back of someone's head, a keyhole appears in the back of their head, and you can then put the head key in there and unlock and take off the top of their head. Now, you may be thinking you're then going to see the person's brain, but that's not what happens. What you see when you look inside their head is a whole bunch of little physical representations of everything important to that person. Any major interest they have, there'll be little physical representations of that. Any major memories they have, there will be a little representation of that memory in there. All their friends and families, there'll be little mini versions of them in there. And if you reach in and take out, for example, something that represents a certain memory for a person, they will then forget everything about it. And you can also, if you want, put things into the person's head, and then they will remember whatever it is you've put in their head. So as we go through the series, the children gradually discover all of these various keys that allow them to do various things. I don't know if they're all going to be in the TV series. We shall have to wait and see. So what is the actual story in Locke Key? Well, the children discover that their father, Rendell, when he was younger, he also knew all about the keys. Now, Rendell and his friends, they use various of the keys themselves to have their own little adventures. Unfortunately, this all goes horribly wrong. And somehow, whilst using the keys, Rendell and his friends attract the attention of some strange, supernatural kind of creature. A creature that is very evil and just wants to escape to cause havoc in the world. Now, Rendell and his friends, they try and send the creature back where it came from, but they fail. They do, however, manage to imprison the creature somewhere, but the creature is still out there, still waiting for someone else to start using the keys and possibly free it. So that should give you some idea of what Locke & Key is about. As far as I'm aware, there are trailers for the TV series on YouTube, and all 6 volumes of the comic series are available from places like Amazon. In the meantime, remember, hit the thumbs up below. If you don't want to miss out on whatever else I get up to, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.